away from the cruelty of war, showed his feelings. In miles and mood far removed from the savagery of Vietnam, timeless Vienna, a city of romance, colour, a more gracious way of life. In this European heritage year, Vienna at least has escaped the harsh tyranny of 20th century progress. Or has it? Vienna's new United Nations building marches into the sky. This is how it will look eventually. Will Vienna ever be the same again? Incongruous maybe, but the new building is a modern designer's dream. Huge sections will be lifted into place hydraulically. The stages and the Y-shaped wings slot easily into place. That's science fiction turned into fact. The Bureau of UNIDO will occupy one tower, the Atomic Energy Commission the other, with UN conference rooms in between. A recent presidential visitor called it the most beautiful edifice in Europe. What will the Viennese call it? The Austrians are also busily building in the picturesque village of Seefeld in the Tyrol to provide facilities and accommodation for another kind of international get-together, winter sports. At Seefeld, they have as a target a comprehensive sporting complex embracing a ski jump, a large ice rink and stadium to Olympic standards. But while new buildings are taking shape all over Europe, the object of architectural year is to halt the loss of irreplaceable monuments and the erosion of character in European towns. In Britain, major restoration schemes are already underway. Under the chairmanship of the Duke of Edinburgh, Heritage Year hopes to focus attention on the need to keep our architectural treasures intact. Special stamps are being printed, featuring, for example, the Rose at Chester, Charlotte Square, Edinburgh, and the new Canongate development. In Chester, a positive program of conservation began as early as 1969, covering some 600 buildings from the medieval to Victorian. Conservation does not necessarily mean complete restoration. It also includes cleaning the grime of centuries from historic buildings, placing overhead wires underground, rearrangement of street furniture and lighting, repaving. In other words, restoring dignity to buildings and environments which have served us well and in beauty throughout our long history. Brighton Pier, the sign tells that story. A typical cleaning operation before and after. A modernized almshouse in Salisbury. And St. George's Chapel, Windsor, which this year celebrates its 500th anniversary. But there are those ancient